Greetings, Christian Business Connect, wherever you're watching today, whether it's Facebook Live or LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever you can find us. This is our March 1st edition of Meet the Member with Lynne Fiscelli. Did I say that right?
Close, Fiscelli.
Fiscelli, I tried.
Fiscelli in Italy.
Okay.
But Fiscelli here.
Fiscelli. Fiscelli. I'm
Yes.
going to remember that. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for interviewing me and inviting me. Appreciate it. That was 2 words in one I was trying to get out there.
I do that sometimes too. I try to mix words together. It's more efficient.
Yes, it is. Yes.
But then we spend time talking about it.
Yes.
Maybe counterproductive. Who knows?
Yes.
Either way, how about you tell CBC who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff.
All right. Well, as he said, my name is Lynne Fiscelli. I am a real estate agent. I work with REMAX Suburban. I specialize in Macomb County area. I've lived in Macomb County pretty much my whole life, my whole adult life. Lived 20 years in Northern Warren at 14 and Mound. And then we moved to Clinton Township 6 years ago. My husband has a window cleaning business, so that's in Shelby Township, so I know Shelby Township very well, and we currently now live in Shelby Township. So Macomb County that's my territory.
Oh.
And I also know and show and sell a lot of homes in southern Oakland County, St. Clair County.
Awesome.
So I have family and friends up there, and I'm really familiar with that area too.
So you're essentially a true East Sider, more or less.
Yes, yes. I mean, I know because of our window cleaning business, and I've worked with my husband in that business since we started 25 years ago. This is our 25th anniversary, actually.
Congrats.
Thank you. And so I've done a lot of driving and doing estimates. I haven't cleaned any glass myself, but I've done a lot of estimates, and I've gotten to know a lot of our customers. So I do know Oakland County as well, especially this Rochester Hills area.
Excellent.
So yeah.
So what got you into real estate?
Well, I've always kind of been interested in it. I'm one of those HGTV freaks, which is totally not real estate. Like, I wish it was that simple, but I've just always been interested in it. My passion is helping people. And my daughter-in-law became an agent in South Carolina about 4 years ago, maybe 5. Don't quote me on that, Julie. And then my son became an agent a couple of years ago, and they were both like, "Mom, you should totally do this. You would absolutely love it." And they just encouraged me to go for it. And honestly, the reason that I never really did it was my sister Kelly is one of the smartest women I know, and she said the test was really hard. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And so I thought, God, if she can't pass it, I'm not going to be able to. So never ever doubt yourself, because not only did I pass the exam, so you take a class, you have to take a class, it's a 40-hour class, then you take a 3-hour state pre-test and you have to pass that. I took that test in 2 hours and I got a really high score. Okay. Then I took the state test and I did that in 2 hours and got a really high score. So excellent. It was nerve-wracking, but I nailed it. So
well, hey, I mean, it sounds like you dedicated the time to it. And
I definitely did.
The encouragement of the kids, I'm sure, gave you that extra bit of motivation there to get through it. And,
for sure.
And here you are. So you might mention, how long have you been in real estate now?
I actually just got my license. It'll be a year ago, April 5th. Nice. But I'm working on transaction number 8 right now. I'm currently working with about 5 buyers. So I am, according to my broker, his words were crushing it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm a go-getter. Like I don't wait for things to come to me. I go get it. And I've been successful, blessed, working hard, but my efforts have been blessed. Like I said, we've been in business for 25 years with our window cleaning business, and we've done very well with that. I was a director. I know Mary Ann Knox very well. Yep. Her and I were directors with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and I was a director for about 10 years. And I earned my first car with them in 11 months. So like I said, I'm a go-getter, man. There's nobody going to work harder for you than I will. I swear.
Well, anything that's, where you're self-employed or commission-based or anything along those lines, if you're not proactive, I mean, it's just, you're going to lose it to someone else who is.
Right.
And the fact that you're proactive, it goes a very long way in, the success you've accomplished.
Yep,
And
sure.
continue to accomplish, it seems. And especially in a variety of industry, it shows that hard work pays off. So kudos to you and all that.
Thank you.
So of all this, what is your favorite thing about real estate, or everything you do?
My favorite thing is helping people. Like, there's a process. It's super stressful. There's bumps and hurdles along the way in buying a house. Sometimes it goes smoothly, but oftentimes it doesn't. And just being there to guide them through the process and help them know that stress is normal and not to worry, it'll all work out. And I'm there to help support them and get them through whatever it needs. So whatever they need. So for me, it's being their stability in a stressful time in their life, and then sitting at the closing table and giving them the keys to their home, or handing them over to somebody else if they're the seller. That gratitude that I've helped them accomplish such a big goal, because your home is your biggest investment.
Oh yeah,
So,
and there's a lot of moving parts too, and
correct.
and most people buying homes tend not to be most familiar with all of it. So having essentially a guiding hand and
Yes.
someone to alleviate that, yeah. No,
And I think in today's world, we're all about instant gratification, and so we want to. A lot of times, I'll get calls from people that don't know anything about buying a home, and they'll be like, "I want to see this house." Well, that's actually the third step in the process.
Yeah, right.
The first thing we need to do is sit down and talk about your needs and make sure you're financed, and what kind of loan are you financed for? There's a whole bunch of things that need to happen before I take you to a home. So I sit down with them and I do a consultation and I explain the entire process. I have a new buyer's packet that explains every step of the way, what they do, what the lender does, what I do, and at what step we do it. So that, I think that helps alleviate some of the stress and the unknown.
Mm-hmm. Knowledge is power, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what's your least favorite thing about what it is you do? Or the most challenging thing? Because I know sometimes least favorite's hard to pick, but most challenging.
I think for me, the stressful part of it is the waiting for the inspection report to come back and waiting for the appraisal to come back. I'm currently waiting for an appraisal to come back on a home right now, and there's been some challenges with this home as well, that we've overcome the hurdles, but now we're at this point and I'm just like, biting my nails because it's all in the numbers.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully the numbers are right.
Yeah, those can easily be make or break reports for the entire process.
Yes.
So
that's I would say my most stressful point is waiting for the appraiser to come back with the number that we want.
That's very fair.
Yes.
So, I guess what do you do to overcome that stress?
I don't tell my clients about that at all. They don't know anything about that. It's all on me, and I just keep going and praying about it. I pray a lot about a lot of things, so I just put it in his hands. And I'm a firm believer that if it doesn't work out for whatever reason, and I don't even want to say this out loud, haven't come across any problems yet, but I work in an office where the people that have been in business for 25, 35 years, and I hear, appraisal didn't come back, And it's frustrating because you do have to be able to negotiate through that, because your client doesn't want to walk away. They still want that home. So fixing that problem that's the key. And I try not to worry about it. I just know it's all going to work out to the best.
But there is power in prayer,
Yeah.
as you've continued to experience so far.
Yes,
so,
yes.
I mean, who knows? It is inevitable, I'm sure. But
Yes.
I guess, how has faith in general influenced your path to this point, or influences your daily process and all that good stuff?
I have always prayed about everything, no matter whatever it is that's going on, I'm praying about it. And if it is change in my career, I prayed about being a real estate agent because I was helping my husband grow his company and things were going pretty well. And I just felt like if it was meant to be for me to do this, things would fall in place, and they did. And so prayer has been a huge part. I mean, it goes back. Like when we started our window cleaning company, my husband was working as a wood model maker.
Okay.
And I was working in a dental office, and he enjoyed the work, and he's like, maybe I could do this, because he was working all weekend doing this window cleaning. He's like, maybe I could do this full time and I could work for myself. And his trade was dying. And so that was when we began prayer about careers. And he's blessed. In fact, when we started our business, we went to the altar with our pastor, and that pastor blessed our business. And it's been 25 years, so it's been truly blessed.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough to make it through 1 year. I mean, through 25, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really awesome.
Yeah. And then, like I said, with when I was a director with Mary Kay, when I became a consultant, and I did really well, really quick. Then I felt, well, because I loved my job and I loved the doctor that I worked for, and I'm like, should I quit? Like, what could I do if I could devote full time to this? And so then I started praying about that, and the message was, yes, you should do this. And so I did, and I was blessed in that. I earned 4 cards and made a pretty substantial income and loved helping women. And then, like I said, I actually stepped down from my Mary Kay directorship to help my husband grow full time. Like I worked in our office, because we were in our home. Mm-hmm. And we moved out into an office in Shelby Township. And when we did that, I stepped down from my leadership position in Mary Kay to help him grow full time. And then God had and I really believe that everything that I have done, including the office job at the dentist office, has prepared me for everything that I was to do next. And I jokingly say that this real estate job or career is my retirement job, because I am so motivated and career focused that I would not be a person that can't work. So I can do this at my leisure, you know?
I mean, God has a plan in all things, and it sounded like He's guided you down a very substantial path, and that's very great to hear, especially that you still keep Him first in business, and
absolutely,
that's very awesome to hear. So, I mean, with that being said, do you have any final news, notes, tips, anything for our audience before we sign off?
Yes, I obviously, as an agent, I am available to anybody who would love to use me. But my passion has been, I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and that was a long time ago. I have since been married to a wonderful man for 27 years. But as a survivor of domestic violence, I personally, and I know others have as well, when you leave that situation, you have a tendency to just bury it under the rug. And a few years ago, I started getting involved with, because of my history, I learned about an organization called Handbags of Hope. And what they did is they collected handbags and filled them with 10 essentials that a woman would need, because when a domestic violence victim flees from her situation, oftentimes she leaves everything. No purse, no nothing. So this organization gifted all of the shelters in Michigan with a purse for these women. Well, I found out about it, and I held a fundraiser for them. And in doing that, I learned really what an epidemic domestic violence is in the world, but even right here in our community, 1 in 3 women have experienced or are experiencing domestic violence.
Jeez, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's staggering, and not enough people. I was a victim and I didn't even know. So that made me like, I can't not, I have to get involved in this. Like, I have to make a change in this. And so I did that fundraiser. I joined Turning Point, which is the shelter for victims of domestic violence in Macomb County, have a survivor speaker bureau. And they do training and they teach you things about domestic violence and how to share your story. And you have to be very careful in the things that you say. And so I did that, and I've been working with them, and I held a fundraiser for them, a masquerade party a year ago in November. And I really feel like God is working in my life again and is taking my real estate business. I've started this new organization called the Butterfly Collective, not collection. Somebody's confused it, so I want to make sure that I'm speaking it correctly. The Butterfly Collective. And so what Turning Point does is they help women that are escaping a bad situation. And if they have housing available, they can stay there for up to 60 days, and then they have to move out.
Okay.
Well, oftentimes they're full. And sometimes if they do get to stay, then when they go move out, one of the ways that they're abused is that they have there's been financial control. So they have no access to finances, they have no savings, no money to help them get started. And there is no organization that does what my new foundation is doing, and that is raising funds to help the survivor transitioning into her own home.
That's awesome.
And so for every sale of my home, whatever I sell, I'm going to give a portion of my sales, to this foundation. But I hold up, it's called Happy Hour to Empower, and it's at local places in Shelby Township. I kind of want to move around Macomb County so that I can touch everybody, not just Shelby.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not just isolated to this community.
No,
so,
it has no prejudice on anything. Doesn't matter how much you make, how high up in a career path you are, it matters not. So I want to spread everywhere. And so what my Butterfly, the Happy Hour to Empower, what we do is I have a speaker that comes in, a different speaker every month, and it is meant to empower women, to help them. Knowledge is power, as you said earlier.
It really is.
So I share with them, I have a speaker come in and talk about different things. The first month, my first speaker was financial abuse, how to recognize it, how to get out from underneath it. The second speaker was an insurance expert who talked about long-term care, how to take care of yourself as you age and your parents. My March speaker is going to be talking about downsizing, and her theme is downsizing in style. She's an interior designer.
Okay.
So she's going to teach how to declutter and take some of the things that you have at your current home into your new home, your new smaller space. So, and then I have another speaker lined up. I'm not going to do one in April because in April I'm having a big fashion show. It's going to be at Shelby Gardens.
Okay.
We're expecting about 200 people. I have 50 vendors lined up, a fashion show from a boutique that has super cute clothes. An author is going to be our speaker. She's a 4-time bestseller author, and her subject is going to be reclaiming your beauty without apology.
Nice.
And so I just feel, and my passion is helping. As I said, I would help anybody get a home or sell their home, but I really want to help women and or survivors who are, now it's time to buy a home, because I can empathize with where they've been and know what it takes to go beyond that.
I mean, that's a great way to integrate like faith into your business and your passion. And I mean, that's not enough people do that. So that's no. Once again, kudos to you again.
Thank you.
It sounds like a very tremendous thing you're doing in the community there, a very needed thing, especially, you know, like I said, I didn't have much awareness on that. So when's the April?
April 7th, it's on a Sunday.
Okay.
Shelby Gardens from 12 to 5. And you can either purchase tickets directly through Turning Point. So my foundation, the Butterfly Collective, is partnering with Turning Point. So you can get tickets through them, or you can contact me for tickets.
Awesome. And you can contact her. She's posted in this tag on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, you can go to christianbc.com. She has a profile there, or any other ways to contact you?
Email. My email is Lynne, L-Y-N-N-E, Fiscelli, F as in Frank, I-S as in Sam, C as in cat, E-L-L-I, .remax @gmail. Yeah, I didn't think about that one, but when I made that, I'm like, darn, I should have done LF dot.
I'll add to the description. You'll see it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you again for your time. Thanks for sharing. This is probably the first time you and I have really sat down.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited that I got to learn more about you and everything you're doing. So,
Thank you for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to helping people in this group accomplish their business goals and meeting more people.
Yeah, no, like very happy and blessed to have you involved. So thank you, Lynn. Everyone else, I'm thankful for you too. Have a very great weekend, and as we all work more to be more through Christ. God bless. Hurry up, Kelsey.